It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is still summer in the Midwest and a pleasant summer day as we are set for football at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. But, CD, this Chiefs club, you'd have to imagine well-positioned to make a run at repeat. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Henry will take this into the end zone for a Titans touchdown. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point up and good by Shudak, and that makes the score 7-0. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive.
To come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
Touchdown! Kadarius Toney with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So 3 points there, and they can.
It's Madden NFL 24. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's coming right up on EA Sports.
On the draw, here's Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0.
To go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth.
Finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 46 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown. Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
They got just a bit more importance than others. This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. What'd you say, Dottie?
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Randall Cobb. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Rodgers will throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to...
There.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
One guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Throw right side caught by Davis. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. His 4th coming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. A very important punt here in overtime. Here's Hardman to return. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. There are no flags. He's into the end zone.
Touchdown.
And an amazing return return, wins it in OT. And partner, not every day that we get to call a game that ends in a punt return in overtime. It was a great 4 quarters, and then the electric play there to end it in OT.
A little bonus football for us all, and no one ever turns down free football, right? But you're exactly on target. To get this type of an ending, a special teams play, a punt return, and, oh, of course, the biggest one of all, no penalties on a return? What a great way to end it.
That was an excellent comeback.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's all up next.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Touchdown, Broncos! Jerry Judy, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed.
Try. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Marr is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more...
In the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal. They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham from 19 yards away. And the Ravens are back within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to...
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Browns coming up next.
Right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming up.
Now a handoff up the middle. Felton. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demetric Felton taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boy, 2 long, sustained drives by each team to start things out. It's kind of similar to how the pitch clock has shortened baseball games. That means we'll be out of here quickly if we get a few more drives like that. We're in the second quarter now. A little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. There he goes left side. Now look out. Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, 93 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes
He'll step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they will move up by 10 now.
the pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
York able to send this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
On a Texan kicker, Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 44 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case,
now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. That's why you got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
that's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. 31-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Stroud here on 3rd and long. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods, 53 yards. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it, no.
Getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 27 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed offense.
Not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. And it's coming up next.
Scrimmage, as we saw right there.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on? And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
And how nice is it to have a guy like Najee Harris in the backfield when you get down near the goal line? He can use his 230-plus-pound frame to just get you those tough yards, and he finishes things off here with a touchdown run.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0.
A major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Boswell's kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner.
And in goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Forced out to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
And there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7. The Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end.
That's a positive play for the offense.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes.
Now 2nd and 10. Pickett. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Lead in the final stages. The kick by Sanders is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. So it's a win here for the Steelers, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD, and that's Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game.
National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New England Patriots and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it comes your way next.
Drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help. And knocked it away.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
It's a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able.
The defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that'll bring him back within 4. Now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Well, he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills, and it's all up next.
To the air, Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end and those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because
on first, now 2nd and 10. Richardson on 2nd and 10. And got his man complete. He's on his way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah McKenzie, 78 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy.
Rating from the 8-yard line. Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now See on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14 on the move on first down. To the air, Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Deontay Hardy. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
It's all about taking words and bringing them to
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Cards and the Birds, next on Madden Football.
exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So there. And on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know
Half not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Touchdown! Zach Pascal, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. They'll look to throw. And got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off.
As we get ready to start the fourth. From the gun, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point good by Prater. And they will take a 7-point lead.
That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 37 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point in the final stages. Prater's kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give it and long. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This for all the marbles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Bucs and the Saints next on Madden NFL 24.
Very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, this is White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 58 yards. And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your first and goal.
To throw his car. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Saints are back within a score. On that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often.
Not right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. Out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Saints. This game wasn't timed for long. How about that? A big return here in the fourth.
And this is that time of game where every big play is magnified. Fourth quarter, kick return for a touchdown. You've got to feel great about your chances at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they regain the lead. Now we'll see if they can hold it. Wants to try to end the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
It's Madden NFL 24, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions, and it's coming up next.
Slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Sanders is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Patterson's kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Down now, but that clock rolling. Now Goff. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Now inside the 25. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC North. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's all up next.
Off and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Joseph is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will tie us at 3-3.
The defense.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Addison, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you're on the defensive side of the ball, but right now, they're running the ball very well right out.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know Field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. From the left hash, this from 34. Joseph's got it, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Halftime. And his kick here is good, and that's going to tie us at 13. So they're in the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Madison diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now Carlson for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. And his kick is indeed good, and it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. One last shot now for Love. And it's incomplete, so their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort.
It's Madden NFL 24, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bears and the Niners coming up next.
That early turnover into points. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient, excellent job blocking, finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Fields. Touchdown Bears! DJ Moore from 6 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Here's Fields. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And talk about built to run the football. Whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football, Justin Fields no play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Here's Fields. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. From 13 yards out.
NFL 24. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington.
He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at...
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Sam. Kenneth Walker, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down.
Sly able to put this one through. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Walker. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10. Back before the break. Al down to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders are once again back in front.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 17-14. First down, Howell to throw. He'll find Gibson here complete. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 28 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so
go in the half. Here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this.
Tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Over into points. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Harris Campbell there to make the grab. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.
Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Here, I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here?
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here.
10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Shepard finding room at midfield. He's on his way across midfield. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 78 yards. And the Giants are able to move back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Get right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Extra point try, good by the left hash. It's a 36, and they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. That will throw caught by one of their linemen. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Brandon, a lot of times coaches see these situations present themselves on film, but how often do they actually call it? We just saw it here, and what an end result. A huge touchdown off of a terrific call.
Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. 4 seconds to go in the half. Here's the field goal unit onto the field. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
Dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Ritter will throw for it. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot in this situation.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead. Gotta have it. 3rd and 9. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Harris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Jones throwing for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific. A final shot now for Ritter. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you're trying to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Moving the football.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Prescott off play action. This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. 27 yards. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that drive
Quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
As the first half winds down.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And they'll accept that penalty.
Has been made to take it away.
Now Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the field. But this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
at the first down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away.
That incompletion on second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 26 yards. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone. He had room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 36 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because
backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, 55 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
as a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. First and goal, it's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Richie James from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to, and that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. On for the Chiefs field goal. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns, and it's all up next.
Field does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the first down.
Marr able to put this one through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. A couple here, 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jerry Judy, 42 yards. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to add on to that lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said,
enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. York able to send this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 48 yards for Nick Chubb. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
and you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency.
This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore there to make the ground. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go. There are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now.
Second and goal. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Boy, backs up against the wall, Charles, and they come through with a phenomenal drive to take the lead in the final moments.
Championship effort right there. Marching almost the length of the field, coming through in their final opportunity to earn the win. I think they'll remember this one for a long time, and their fans will too.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's first down. One last shot for Wilson. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey, and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Next on EA Sports.
Right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown Bengals. It's T. Higgins with a touchdown pass from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this...
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Dash makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. And it comes your way next.
That's what they just did on that play.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full.
Harris will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. On first down, it's Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown. Mike Williams on the touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly.
29. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think
throwing the ball downfield.
A 44-yard attempt.
the kick by Bass is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Chargers.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cards and the Saints, all that and more, coming up next.
And they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And 7. Here's Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown from 19 yards away. And the Cardinals are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Prater's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
And then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Connor is in. Touchdown, Arizona.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead is now 17.
Enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Foreman will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Howell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the back, protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the
A give left side here for Herbert. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, 49 yards. And the Bears have regained the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield.
Here's the field goal unit onto the field. Santos' kick is up and through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And a defensive player in another zone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore from 19 yards away. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so.
Yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Him off balance.
And he did. Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score receivers and force the incompletion.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Kevontae Turpin now to return. Oh, a good return up past the 30. There he goes left side. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will cut the lead back. Gano's kick is good, and that extends their advantage to 6 and 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. Here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. Now 2nd and goal. Now Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Wilson. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point forthcoming. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Gano now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
To throw, Prescott. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off out of this. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive?
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday night.
Tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these.
He'll step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing.
Somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs are able to stretch out their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. In the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
Up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, and
It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals under the lights on Monday night.
Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and it's now a 7-0 game to move the sticks. From the gun on third down is Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. Touchdown! Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Second and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The field goal unit. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half.
Hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether very difficult for them in that situation.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there with his second touchdown of the night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a couple teams searching for their first Super Bowl. It's the Cardinals and the Vikings on Monday Night Prime Time.
And the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer. 10. Murray now. Over the middle here to Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray fighting Marquise Brown, and the Cardinals are able to add on to that lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows to 10. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Joseph's got it, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still some
swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, 44 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get that attempt.
Prater's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So 3 points.
A bit confused trying to complete passes.
Off the play fake, Cousins. This is caught by Addison. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison, 46 yards. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed, they definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting.
Guys, because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Connor will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown.
You think about James Conner down near the goal line, and you think about the 2021 season with his 15 touchdown runs. He believes he's as good as anybody down close, and he powers his way in here.
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
This game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you and I, we just looked at each other and kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought...
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see 2 of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Chicago Bears and the New York Giants on Monday night.
I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Homer taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. First downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And talk about built to run the football. Whether you're calling it on design running plays or him breaking out into the open field after trying to pass the football, Justin Fields knows where the end zone is.
Now Jones. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard from 21 yards away. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the side? Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Taking it right down Broadway. Across midfield. He's on his way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 77 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all.
At their own 27. Back to throw. Fields. And there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Into space at the 45. Look at the big fella go. Inside the 20. Touchdown Bears. Cole Kmet. 73 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, did all the way.
Fields going to keep it once more. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. He may go. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery on Giants touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 21. Is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Santos' kick is up and through, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right?
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And how about some history? We've got two of the league's founding members. It's the Cardinals and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
And the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Prater's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
Looking at that section, a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. There he goes, left side. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. 45 yards for James Conner. And the Cards are able to extend their lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a late 3 that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a
It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Prime Time.
It is a... McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
keep the drive alive, and even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game? At the 48-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 48 yards. And the Bengals have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure
and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure.
Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he takes it into the End zone touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. On the move past the 40. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kadarius Toney with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Chiefs have yet again retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. Football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Burrow spotting T. Higgins for the touchdown there. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long
first and goal. Burrow. This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game. Game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
You got a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it. You get another chance.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the Bengals, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the chance from the other side, the NFC, the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The CD, the Bengals, they're back for the second time in 3 years, looking for that first ever Super Bowl title.
Can you believe they're 0-3 in the big game? 2 losses to the Niners in the 80s, 2 really tough ones, and a loss to the Rams in 2022. Their motivation, sky high. They're ready to bring that first title back to Cincinnati.
Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, this is an organization that's made it to the big game just once before. They lost to the Steelers in Super Bowl 43, but this team committed to bringing that first ever Super Bowl title to the state of Arizona.
And along the way, they've retooled a number of times. Coaching staff, front office, roster turnover. Finally, they got it right, and they got back to the big game.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense set to take over for the first time, and they are piloted by their fifth-year quarterback, two-time Pro Bowler as well, Kyler Murray.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. A huge play there for Arizona. 53 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be first and goal from an ideal position.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Kyler Murray, to the surprise of no one, finished second amongst quarterbacks with 11 rushing touchdowns in 2020. Just 3 in 11 games in 2022. But let's face it, anytime he's maneuvering around, we expect him to take off and go, and he did it on that play.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 23 yards on the play.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So on 4th down, on is Brad Robbins to punt for the Bengals. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
1st down, Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Play fake. Murray. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Murray now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. It's a gain of 34.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, Make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Tackled that time by Myjai Sanders. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Now a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, Joe Mixon. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Burrow will throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 34 yards. And the Bengals are on the board here in this Super Bowl. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down by a field goal, they'll take over with excellent field position following the interception. And they go play action now. Burrow working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. That brings us to the end of 1 in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray now. And complete to Zach Ertz. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This pass complete to Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals 1st down as he'll get this up to midfield. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Carlos Watkins drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll start the drive with a give to Connor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Here's Murray. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Murray now on first down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Murray a give. This is Connor. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Murray going to throw. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. And this is Ertz with it. Right side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So he stopped for no gain. And it's second down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow boards the target, and he hands it over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. To the air again, Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Short throw to Smith. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
Let's ride up. Let's ride up. He's supposed to catch that, baby. Let's go get it now.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Again, it's Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Murray now to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. So we've arrived at halftime here in Super Bowl. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, a brief 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on, so plenty can still happen.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
tackle made by Kaiser Wright. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustments. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Burrow will throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Mixon. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good, and the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They start with a give to counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Shotgun now from Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to it.
And he's had the hot hand.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
They'll try and run forward with Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 46 yards. And the Cards have got it back to within a score.
So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Well, there's the always dangerous Rondale Moore. He and this offense ready to begin the upcoming series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Murray throwing on second down. This is caught.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
On play action, it's Murray. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mix it up the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
From the 41, here's second down and 5.
On the delay, it's Mixon. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
Third down, a field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 42 yards.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. McPherson on for the point after.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Cardinals football, Marquise Brown back out now with the Arizona offense.
Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make the play.
They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Play fake. Murray. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray going to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
Murray now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. It's complete to Brown, right side. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
And so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. From the gun, Murray. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Zach Ertz, 28 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied 4th quarter as it kicks away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
On 1, ready?
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Downfield throw tip, but he's still got it. Down the left sideline and down to the 29-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown! Jamar Chase on a touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout. And that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Leading this Cardinals offense back onto the field, there's Rondale Moore. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Murray now on first down. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Murray now. He's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw. Again, he finds Moore. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Connor up the middle. Inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 65 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
It's a big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Murray now to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner
from 6 yards away.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who is open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
This Super Bowl, it has had it all so far. All tied fourth quarter as it kicks away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now back to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen. Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Burrow will throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Here's Mixon. It looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This for the lead in the final stages. McPherson's kick is good. And with a little over a minute
makes a play. They have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by a field goal, 1:09 to play. They need at least a field goal to send this Super Bowl to overtime as they come up on first down. To throw is Murray. And that's complete to Brown. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Murray's throw taken in by Pascal.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Murray to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Now Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Fourth down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
So it's the Cardinals set to receive it. They'll look for a winning drive as we get this overtime period started. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, all right, partner, take a deep breath. The biggest of biggest stages in sport, the Super Bowl, and here we go with the first drive of overtime.
I'm not going to just take a deep breath. I'm going to get a little oxygen as well because this is the biggest thing in sports if you're a football player. Now, the bottom line for these guys is continue to find a way to execute your assignments, but that opportunity presents itself for something a little extra, maybe a gamble here or there. You've got to know when it presents, take it, and maybe to tip the balance for your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 3 and out could really hurt here in this opening drive of overtime. Big 3rd down coming.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath. And boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
That last defensive stand, that is the defensive stand of the season. I mean, you get it on this stage in overtime of the Super Bowl, and now you've set your offense up here, Charles. All they need is a field goal, and they're world champs.
Agreed, partner. And if I'm calling plays on offense right now, I'm looking at my play sheet, and I'm looking for what plays get the ball to my best players right now. How do they touch it, and who do I trust with the football in this situation? Big-time trophy on the line, championship on the line.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. It's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, right now, every little bit of yardage helps. So they're obviously well within his range. It's just about keeping the football and getting in the right spot.
Know your kicker. Get, as you mentioned, get it to the right spot, the place that he wants to kick it from. And if you do decide to throw the football, it either goes to your team or no one. It's the only kind of throw you make.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. That was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. To the air again, Burrow. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.